Okay, so today we're going to work on the lantern, snow, and we'll start working on the figure. So I have here ivory black, cerulean blue, raw umber, and white, and that's for the lantern. So we're going to start with the lantern. Let's start with black, a bit of black. I have a round brush. It's a good round brush. And I'm just going to put the handle. Now, with in the reference, I really can't see how it looks exactly, and I really don't have to copy exactly the same shape. I'm just gonna kind of give it. Actually, you know what? This is a little bit too wide. I'm gonna make it now. Now it's still wet. The paint is still wet, so I can reshape the handle a bit. That's better, because I have something in mind. Now you can leave it like that. You can leave it with just the way it is. Half a circle, or you could, if you like, with the same brush, add a little bit of a swirl here. While I'm doing this, I'm going to take black, raw umber, I'm going to add white to this combination. And usually, honestly, I don't go exactly with what I'm seeing in the reference, but sometimes if it's a nice color, why not? Okay, so I'm getting like a grayish, brownish color, which is cute, very nice color. I'm gonna put this color over here for the top. Let it dry. And I'm gonna take, again, burnt raw umber. A little bit of ivory black. And I'm going to paint. Meanwhile, while this is drying, I'm going to paint the frame or the lantern itself. I can clean up all of these lines. It doesn't matter. I'm not worried about having a perfect line. I don't want to have a perfect line. I'm just gonna add the color of the glass after I highlight the top part of this lantern. So with this top, I'm just gonna add a bit of something here that holds it. It looks funny without something to hold it. Now I'm going to take white, more white, put it in the same brown gray combination I did before. Let's put some more white. And I know I can see that this part, because it's an on angle, so this part from here to here is highlighted more. There. Now, the same combination, gray, I'm going to add a bit of more white, blue, cerulean blue, white. I still have some gray from the previous, from the one I mixed together for the top. I'm going, actually, before I do anything, I'm just going to adjust. Yeah. All right. I'm going to start putting blue with white and gray. I know the frame that I put there is getting messed up, but that's okay. I will fix that. Okay. Now, let's take some of the black and brown that I used before. This time I'm going to put a bit of more water in there so it's more, it's easier to manipulate or to spread on the, it's easier for me to spread the color, the paint on the canvas. And let's do this one more time. Technically, I shouldn't be doing this right now. What I should be doing is highlighting the glass part before I do this, and then I can fix the frame after everything is completely done. Because what I'm doing right now, I'm going to mess it up again once I highlight the glass part. I'm going to take with the glass part again some white and brown. Mix the whole thing that you have there together. Let's add a little bit more white. And highlight this part. Only this part. The one on the right. With half highlight, half of the glass top. And I'll explain why half. because the top of this lantern is going to be casting a shadow over the glass. So this is a glaze right here of brown and black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take some of this glaze and then just put it down here. And you see it's casting a shadow now over the frame. Let's go back. And I'm going to stop in a minute. I'm going to pause. All right. That's good. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause. Okay. Now let's do the snow. I have a slightly wider brush, not too wide. This way I can, I have enough control. And I have here, I have my blue, cerulean blue. I have ultramarine violet and white. Let's put these together. And let's put, for the back snow, I'm going to put more ultramarine violet. This is ultramarine violet with white and a bit of cerulean blue. So it gives you that beautiful, beautiful pink, not pink, purple. Now we can just keep it like that. Or we could add a tiny bit of raw umber to tone it down a bit. But I don't want to make it muddy. I just want to make it a little bit, tone it down, because see how bright this is and how, saturated kind of this color is. So I just want to make it a little bit toned down. And this is going to dry darker. So I have to keep in mind it's going to dry darker. Add a little bit more white. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay. Okay. Now that's enough. Now I'm going to take more white, put it in, and still have it kind of muted. It's going to dry darker, and if it doesn't dry dark enough, and it's still too bright, that's okay. Just add a bit of a coat of a glaze over. So let's see. Let's try this and see how it goes. This is a combination. This is lots of white, ultramarine violet, cerulean blue, touch of raw umber, not too much, just a touch, and let's see. Let's try. I'm going to go across. You know what? I'm going to put a bit of blue in there too. Yeah. I have to keep in mind that I'm going to come forward with this color. So the white I'm putting in here shouldn't be too strong, because I need to leave room for the strong white in the front. What's nice about this painting is the beautiful light around her. Okay. And I'm going to go across this way. Let's add a tiny bit of, maybe a little bit of white in here. Oh, careful with this white. Corner of my brush, just kind of putting a little bit of, I'm putting a little bit of white with the corner of my brush. Not much, just here and there. Little on the right hand side. All right. This is drying darker, which is great. It's exactly what I want in there. Start coming forward. And now I'm going to start adding more white into my purple and blue. And just add it here. And then I can adjust my any value I want to adjust. Saying if I want to add more white, I want to add more purple, more blue. It could be like right now I'm picking up some cerulean blue. I'm going to put it in, and look at that beautiful cerulean blue in that white that I just put in there. And because the white is still wet, cerulean blue is not too harsh at this point. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's grab some more. And let's bring some blue in with white, a little bit of purple, more blue, more white. I'm putting water in here, dipping my brush in water so it flows really nice in here. Okay, let's do that. And it doesn't really have to look like anything. It's just kind of big, large stroke, long one. And in between, while it's wet, I'm going to try to add some blue because it's still wet, so it will mix, and it will mix with the snow, and it will be a nice kind of soft blue in there. A hint. I'm going to take more of that white in here and just go across. Now this is drying darker, which is perfect because it gives me, I can see if I need to go up with the highlight to here, let's say, and I think I should. Yeah. We're starting to put more emphasis on this person who's walking there by highlighting around that person. I really don't want to put any brown in there. I'm finding that brown is making it look dull. Especially, I mean, I'm not putting brown in the front where right now I'm highlighting. But the back, yes. I had a little bit of raw umber in there with my colors, just to tone them down. So in the reference, I can see that the highlight of the snow, or the snow color, is, see here where this coat movement is? It's right there. It starts from there and then down. So this is a good guide for me to know where to start this snow highlight, or where to start highlighting snow. All right. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but again, you know, when we start putting the figure in there, this highlight around the figure will make the black look more interesting. Wow, I love this. This is really good. This is really fun. It's fun. All right, I'm gonna let it dry, and this way I can, when it's dry, I can see if I need to adjust anything. You know, when the acrylic dries, it dries a bit harsh, so I'm gonna figure out at that point if I need to adjust anything. All right, I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna let it dry. Okay. So now I have the snow, and you can see there's no kind of highlights in the snow. So I'm going to put a bit. I mixed white. I'm mixing white, lots of white, purple, ultramarine violet, a bit of cerulean blue, and a little bit of water. And I'm going to add a little bit more white. And I'm going to wipe my brush a little bit, and then I'm going to go across, and you can see how beautiful this beautiful kind of highlights of the snow here and there. So I'm going with my brush sideways first. Brush is on angle, and then just kind of not everywhere. And then I'm just gonna do here a bit behind her, a little bit of that highlight behind her. Okay. And a little bit here. And that's it. That would be enough. Okay. Okay. So for the figure in the center, in the picture, I have here ivory black. Ivory black has a bit of blue in it, so it's when I add white, it'll be a nice color. And raw umber. So it's mostly ivory black, but it has raw umber in it. A little bit of white, because you don't want a very dark figure in there. Tiny bit of white, not much, because you know we need to keep some room for highlights. A bit of room for highlights. Okay. I clean my brush. I'm going to start by adding this color in. All right, I think I need a little bit of a small round brush so I can do that detail right here. It's really important to keep it, to actually pay attention to the detail, not detail, the movement of the arm. Because we don't have anything here. We don't have any kind of detail except the person walking and her back. That's her back. So I'm just going to pay a little bit more attention to this shape. It tapers in a bit. Same on this side. I change my brush into a smaller one so I get some more detail in here and start laying down beautiful shapes of the coat. It's beautiful. It's like black coat, black gloves, and a purse. Perfect. Okay, let's continue. I will do the gloves and the purse in a minute. Let's give her a bit of curve. Not much. Love how the coat is flowy because she's walking and windy. It's windy outside and she's walking, so you see that movement. All right. Okay, pants. And now, this is the tricky part. Shoes. All right, let's see. Before I do anything, I'm going to put a shape in there, and then I will do a bit of detail. So for the shape, all right, so I have part of the pants, and then I have, okay, something like this. All right, let it dry. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'll go back to it. It's funny. It looks like her feet are in the snow. Let's give it a bit of detail like that in here. Let's see. Anyway, okay. Let's do the glove. Hand part. Very, very, very little detail in there. You cannot see. You can hardly see it. All right. Like this. And like that. So honestly, I'm not going to put too much effort in this. And we'll put the, ooh, purse or whatever she's holding. All right, it's a little bit too wide, so I'm just going to trim it. And if I cannot trim it enough, I can put snow behind it when it's dry. So I'll do a negative painting. But I think I can manage by trimming it right now. And clean it up. I still need to put some snow behind anyway, because there is a part where there's no paint in here, but it's okay. I'll do that later on. Now, let's do something here. Continue this. I love this kind of pointy bottom part of the purse. And this should be straight. All right, well, this part, I should trim this part. So it doesn't look even both sides. That's better. Now, I'm going to let this dry because I can't put a detail of the shoe yet. I can see that the paint is still wet. I'll just kind of clean up a bit here. And you see it's not black. It is a kind of a black brown. So it's not like a strong dark color in here. And this is exactly what we wanted. Nice. It's amazing. This makes a big difference right now. Just adding this figure in there makes a big difference. Let's take a bit of raw umber, put it with black. Again, a little bit of white. And let's highlight her trousers a bit in here. So it's not all black. It is dark, but you can see that these are kind of a little bit highlighted. Because she's moving, she's walking. Back of her feet will catch more, or legs, I should say. Legs will catch more, will be catching a little bit more highlights, more light. And here too. You can hardly see it in the on the camera a bit. And a little bit here too. That flop of the coat. Tiny bit. You can hardly see it, but it's there, and it's nice. If you look closely, you will see a hint of some movement. Lovely. All right. Now take a bit of white, mix it in here. Okay. Okay. Now, with this white mixed with brown, or with this brown black, lots of white, very small round brush. I'm going to try to put the detail of the back of the shoe slowly. And adjust the shape of the foot of the shoe. So right now the shape is not right. So I'm gonna again take some dark, clean up here. So I have a round, good kind of shape. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna make it a little bit wider here. Go down and across. That's better. Oh my, this is not easy. Okay. All right, it's good for now. Meanwhile, while this is drying, I'm just going to fix a bit, some little bit detail of a detail in the back. Right here. Clean up around Fix something, ruin another. All right. Okay, let's go back again to this. Straight down. And you're probably wondering why I'm putting too much emphasis on this little detail. It just kind of makes it a little bit more interesting to get the right shape. Sometimes you do want to put that more effort in getting a little detail, getting that shape going. All right, here we go. Honestly, I'm going to leave it for now. It's good enough. Yeah, all right. I can see something that needs to be fixed. Shoulder, a little bit down here. Maybe, yeah, get this shoulder out a bit this way on this side. Yeah, that's better. That looks way, way better. Good. That looks good. Right. Okay. So, we're good for today, for this week. We're good. Next week, we'll work on the umbrella, finish it, and then we will choose a new project. And I think I know which one you like. Because last time we said, let's keep it for next time. I will discuss it with you and see if you want to do that project, this project. Otherwise, we will, if not, we will just choose something from the selection we have. Okay, good. Okay, so for this week, we did quite a bit. We did the snow, lantern, and the figure, the woman walking. Next week, we'll do the umbrella, and we'll finish. We'll clean it up, and then we're done. We'll put the snow, we're done.